I'm sure by now you've all heard the tale of Hanzo having an easier time of hitting shots due to the size of his arrow's hitbox, and this is true. The projectile weapons in this game have a better time of hitting shots at a long distance, but I wanted to put to the test exactly how much of a difference this made, and whether or not other projectile weapons or hit scan weapons had a similar feature. And it turns out, especially when going for headshots, they do. So I did some base testing, and as you can see here with Hanzo's arrows, that you're hitting headshots no problem where you're clearly not aiming at the head of the target. But when you go over to someone like Widowmaker or McCree, you're going to see a similar pattern. And what I began to realize through this testing was that the head hitboxes in this game extending far beyond the actual head of the target that you're hitting, in many cases being at least a full head length above and to either side of the target. Now, I didn't want to just sit here in the practice range to test this, because who knows what the different headboxes might be compared to actual heroes in game. So I jumped into some custom games and gave this a test. I went through a variety of different characters, both as the shooter and as the person being shot, and it turns out that this extends into the actual game itself. Now, there is a more generous hitbox range when you're shooting a projectile, so whether that's going to be Hanzo's arrows or Genji's shurikens, or even Mei's little ice blast thing, her right-click ability. There's a better chance to hit a headshot at a distance when you're shooting a projectile versus a hit scan weapon. However, it is still generous for those hit scan weapons. You'll notice here with McCree's shots, I'm a full crosshair above the head of my target, and the shots are still hitting. In fact, same goes for Widowmaker. You don't actually need to shoot the head of the target. You just need to be pretty darn close. And I think what is most egregious about all of this is, we'll go back to the projectile weapons here, is it is so generous that your target literally does not need to be in sight for you to hit them. You'll notice here that I am actually able to shoot this Widowmaker because there is a generosity to her head hitbox to the left and right of her head, and then you add a projectile weapon to that, and she literally doesn't even need to be visible for me to hit her around the corner. And it's not just Widowmaker. Take a look at this Mei here. Not visible, still getting those headshots. It's kind of insane. And a little, I don't want to say ridiculous, because it makes sense that projectile weapons need to have a better chance to hit. Since you have to account for travel speed and a moving target, it's harder to hit versus the hit scan weapons of, again, McCree and Widowmaker. But the fact that you can actually just hit a target that's not even visible, even to you, it's one thing if a target's visible to you, but on the other player's screen, they're in a different position because, you know, of latency of servers and all that stuff. But for them to not even be visible to you and still hit them, it's crazy. But it's information, and I think it's good information for you to know. If you're playing any of these heroes and you're in a sniper battle across the map, just keep shooting at that corner, because even if they're not visible, they might just be close enough for you to actually hit them. The whole purpose of this video was just to show you guys, in sort of a confined environment, the actual give to head hit shots in this game, and the fact that yes, you can shoot targets around corners. It is going to be easier with your Genji, with your Hanzo, with your Mei right click, anything that's a moving projectile versus a hit scan. But even your hit scan weapons, even if you're not directly on your target, you can still get those headshots. It's just worth to know. It's good to know. The more you know, right? All right, guys, that is going to do it for me here today, taking a look at the generous hitboxes in Overwatch. This is all information that you guys can carry with you into the game to make you a better player. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a fantastic afternoon, and until next time, I'll see you later.